Hi, everyone, and good afternoon. Sorry for messing that up. Um, Welcome to Reality Hour. This is the Dancing with the Stars season, whatever number draft.
32.
Thanks, Grace. Um, we're back with. I'm back for this week only necessarily. I'm only committing to this week, but I might be back for some other weeks down this season as well. Um, But joining me today are our two competitors in the draft. I'm just here to moderate and judge their picks. Um, Here's our four-time champion, Grace,
Hi.
and our current champion, Adam.
That was a very awkward bow.
Yes,
Yeah, we're here. It feels like it's been a while, guys.
it has been.
Yeah.
Well, since we did like virtually, it's been a while. But yeah. We had a fun time at Hershey over the summer. We did a in person episode, which I still find really fun. And if you haven't seen it, you should go back and watch it. But yeah, before we get started, a quick recap of, and I do mean quick recap of everything that's been happening since, or some of the things that have been happening in reality TV land since we last recorded an episode. First one, AGT this year kind of sucks. No surprise there. Second one, AGT this winter is going to be stealing our idea ish and making it worse. They announced their fantasy league of AGT, which is basically the four judges drafting 10 contestants each, and then whoever wins, wins. And it looks like they said audience vote, which to me means no public vote at home, which means they still haven't fixed any of the problems with champions or all stars or whatever the fuck they're calling it this time.
There is one good thing. Mel B is back.
That is good. That is sure. That's good. But the show still sucks.
Yeah.
Laura just
I
entered
also
the
heard
talent
that
show.
I also heard with AGT Fantasy League that the judges can use golden buzzers to steal other contestants from the other judges' teams.
Yep, they did. That is part of it. That is part of the show.
They would.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Mara Justine entered The Voice. She'll be on at some point, probably.
Is she the first to do the trifecta of shows that to be on?
She's definitely not the first, but she's the latest.
Can you guys name anyone else?
I can't think of anyone else off the top of my head, but I know there's someone else.
I can think of a few that like weren't showcased or didn't make it to the judges.
Mm-hmm. The Voice's format still sucks. That's another one. The writer's strike might end today, I'm hoping, and hopefully it does with a good deal for the writers.
If it does end today, does that mean they're going to cancel the crappy second AGT season?
No, it doesn't. I wish so. Australian Idol is coming back. Shocking. That is legitimately shocking. I thought it was a one and done. And Adam Lambert is strongly rumored to be a judge, and if he is, I'll probably be recapping the show, which I'm very excited about. And then last but kind of not least, I saw that EM Tongi from last season's of Idol is touring and is playing relatively moderately sized venues in DC, so good for him, I guess. And that's the recap of what we've missed over the summer. Now let's get to the fun part of the episode, the draft. So...
Can we open the season? Like, is there any kind of like big stuff going on, Grace?
Okay, so this season we have 14 couples, which is 2 fewer than last season, and I'm totally okay with that. 12 of last season's pros have returned. Cheryl, of course, announced her retirement at the end of last season. The reigning pro champion, Mark, announced his retirement during the tour, and a lot of people were upset because he's not getting a big farewell dance. Also, Louie and Whitney are not coming back this season. A bunch of the pros had babies. Whitney was one of them. Daniela, Lindsay. Sharna, who's not on this season, got engaged. So something good came out of this. Fun for her, I guess. Returning as pro, Jenna. She was pregnant last season, but she's back. And we have a new pro, Riley. She is the youngest sister of one of your favorites, Adam, Lindsay Arnold. She will be the youngest pro ever on the show. She's 18, just graduated high school. She was a pro on Dancing with the Stars Juniors. It is moderate to complete nepotism that they got her on the show, given that her sister was on the show for a while, but people are excited about her, so we shall see. Also, This is time for Grace to look like an asshole. Last season, head judge Len Goodman announced his retirement, and I said I didn't believe it. But then in April of this year, he unfortunately passed away. So I am the asshole for saying he wasn't leaving, but still very sad that he passed away. They did name the Mirror Ball after him, though, so the winner will get the Len Goodman Mirror Ball trophy, and Alfonso would teased that there will be a tribute during the premiere that is supposedly going to make us cry, but I'm not a crier, so I'm not going to. And this season, the premiere is going to be on Tuesday night, and it will stay on Tuesday night because ABC picked up Monday Night Football in light of the writer's strike, because apparently you don't need writers to show football. The premiere on Tuesday night is 2.5 hours, which I'm not happy about, but whatevs.
Yeesh.
Yeah, and the season will actually end a little bit later than usual. It'll end December 5th, so 2 weeks after Thanksgiving. We have an 11-week season, so provided that they don't have weeks built into the season where nobody goes home, we can have single eliminations every week until the finale. Do you want to talk about themes now? I don't have that many.
Yeah, let's save them for later. Save them for. I feel like we got to get into this. I feel like we're ready to go to battle here.
Let's do this.
So yeah, me and Grace.
Okay.
Are you gonna flip the coin? Which do you want, Grace? Which are you feeling?
Tails.
Do the honors, Eric.
1 second. Hey Siri, flip a coin. Congratulations, Grace.
Yes! Finally.
Grace with the kicker. All right. So
it is.
Do you want to go first or do you want to go second? It's your choice.
I'll go first. So we have 14 couples. However, we are going to.
Why would you go second, Adam?
I don't know. Maybe some mind games here.
Well, see, on American Idol, when you win the coin toss in the finale, although they don't do that anymore.
That's not the same, though.
I know. Although I picked second every draft except for Idol last season. So anyway, even though there are 14 couples and there are only 2 of us, we are going to have teams of 6. Some of you might have heard about one of the couples potentially not competing, and Eric needs a team for his doom. So either way, I get to pick first, and this is a really underwhelming cast. I figured we'll just unpack the cast as we go. But Bachelor Nation has never let me down, so my first pick is going to be Charity Lawson and Artem.
That was my first pick also. Explain yourself. Tell me a little bit about Charity.
Now, I have never watched an episode of The Bachelor in my entire life, and I never will. I mean, if American Idol ever does get canceled again, we're not talking about it on this show. Just pointing that out. But she is the most recent Bachelor. It was announced on the finale of The Bachelor before most of the others that she was going to be competing. Apparently, she's done like cheerleading and stuff like that. So, and given that the show is back on ABC, which I forgot to mention, Adam gets his commercials back. That's his favorite part. I have hope for Charity, but this is also a low profile cast. So I just figured I would go with the masses. Adam, go.
Yeah, can she do it again? Well, I mean, we've had so many Bachelors win. I mean, has the Bachelor/Bachelorette ever finished below the top 5, like in recent seasons?
The guys are usually terrible. The girls are usually good. Yeah,
I think she's going to be in this for the long run. Now I guess it's over to me. So this is tough. There's someone so Charity was my first pick. I just don't think that you will pick my second pick. So I'm going to go with what Matthew in the chat was saying. I'm going to go with Lily.
Lele.
Yeah. Last season I won with social media personality. Maybe we could do it again here.
Yeah, see, I was thinking about picking Lele, but then I looked on her Wikipedia page and somebody called her talentless. This is why we shouldn't. I'm actually banned from editing Wikipedia, fun fact. And I didn't do this, by the way. But yeah, Lele was low on my list initially, but I don't know. She looked good in rehearsals. I don't know why this bothers me, but Brandon has all of Brandon's partners so far have been women of color. And it bothers a lot of fans too.
I just hope she wins. I want the crown again. You know, I like the feel of it last season. I'm hoping that she can help me out.
Stop trolling us.
All right, so that's my first pick, and now we go to Grace. Who's your next pick?
Okay, well, you stole Val's partner. One of my biggest regrets last season was not picking Gabby second. So I'm going to pick Val's partner this time. I'm going to pick Sochi and Val.
That would have been my second pick. And now you're going to make me root against my own. Well, you know, she is the only Marvel character actress that we've had. So that's kind of exciting.
She's the youngest this season. She's only 17. And I'm almost willing to bet my thumb at this point that Disney Night, she's going to do a song from that movie that she was in. Now, Adam, you're more into Marvel than I am, but you said she's like the worst one.
No, I mean, not like. So I have very strong opinions about the Marvel movie that she was in. I really didn't like it. I think it ruined one of the best characters in the entire Marvel series. But she's a great actress. There's something funny that every time they have like a Marvel premiere, she's always there, just like even if she's not in the movie. So she's very in tune with I think a lot of people know who she is. She would have been, like I said, my next pick. I think she's a very solid choice. Mm-hmm. Do I think she'll win? I mean, she's not like the biggest Marvel name, but she is a name, and
none of these people are big names.
But yeah, I can see her, sticking around for a little bit.
Yeah.
So solid pick, Grace. That would have been, as I said, probably of these names, that's like the one that kind of jumped out at me. But yeah, now we kind of keep it going, right?
Yep, your turn.
So I usually pick the messy people later on in the draft, but I'm going to move this one person up a little bit sooner because, their name is going to bring some, everyone is going to be watching for this contestant. And you know what? I think she'll be a good dancer.
Take her.
I am going to take Miss Jamie Lynn Spears.
Oh, take her. Take Judas away from me. Because I don't want her.
Yeah. Really just for the name alone. I think she'll be around. You can laugh about the controversy and, deserved or probably deserved, but I still think she's let me talk. I'm still talking. I still think she is going to.
I'm going to go get my crown.
I think she is definitely got talent, and I do still think she's going to be around for a while. What was that girl? So you know who she reminds me of? Do you remember? I don't remember her name. Grace, you haven't won yet, and
yes,
technically I'm the reigning champ. But do you remember there was the girl from a few seasons ago who was with her mother was from?
Oh, Olivia Jade.
Yeah, and that is.
I'm mocking you for picking her too.
But how far did she go in the competition? She went far. She got
She didn't even make the semifinals, but
she was right there.
I mean, here's how I think Judas is going to do. I think people are going to vote. I think people are going to watch just to see her fail. And the second she has a performance that isn't great, she's going to be in the bottom two, and the judges are going to keep her. She's going to be in the bottom two with one of the bad dancers, and the judges are going to keep her. But
you can't deny that if you look at this list of people, she's recognizable. Seriously.
Is, but not for a good reason. I mean, I don't ever since she was announced, Brittany's not happy about it. Cody Rigsby from 2 years ago isn't happy about it. He booed that Instagram post. And I know, and if the people that voted for Cody are watching still, they're not going to vote for her. They're going to do what I did when Sean Spicer was on the show and vote for everybody except for her until she's eliminated.
What I'll say, Adam, is that genuinely I think that the intersection of Dancing with the Stars fans and Britney Spears fans is basically Venn diagram between them is basically just one big circle, as far as I can tell.
This show had a Britney night 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And now they're casting
Good luck.
somebody who was in her conservatorship.
Good luck with
We'll
that.
see. Okay, we'll see. Grace, over to you. Next pick.
I don't even know if I can take you seriously right now. Well, I know who Matthew thinks is the obvious pick, and I'm going to take them. I'm going to take Jason Mraz and Daniela.
Would have been my next pick.
Is that going to be the running gag of this thing?
Yeah. I can show you my list afterwards.
Yeah, no. Jason, when I first saw the cast list, he was one of like 2, maybe 3 names that I knew. I knew him, I knew Judas, and I knew somebody who hasn't been picked yet. But I remember Gavin DeGraw and Andy Grammer both did the show, and they're both middle of the road, and they're all very similar artists, but that's musically. Apparently, Jason has done some dancing before, and being a musician, I'm waiting until we get a dance to one of his own songs, and we're gonna get one. I'm telling you now. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but I don't know. I don't think this is gonna be a strong year for the guys. I think this year is probably a girls' season. But if a guy does win, and it's Jason, I'll be okay with it.
Jason is he's like apple pie. It's completely inoffensive. It's everyone likes it. Who doesn't like Jason Mraz? I think it's a solid pick, and Eric is spoiling stuff. But yeah, I think who Jason's going to be. I mean, I don't know. He's not going to win, but I think he'll be in for a little bit. Right?
He might. You never know.
Yeah. Solid pick there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go with what Eric was saying. I'm going to take Allison next.
Damn it, I wanted her.
I feel like at this point, winner's probably already been picked. But yeah, solid lady. A lot of people know her. Talented. I think she'll
a
do
lot
good.
of people know her, but I would say a non-zero number of people know her.
Well, she's had long-running. She's been a main character on 2 long-running TV shows.
Okay, I don't see her as a dancer necessarily, so we'll see if she does. But
the main reason I wanted her is not because I think she can win, but because I'm a huge fan of How I Met Your Mother, which is one of the shows she was on. Okay. And I do need her to make it to Halloween night because 1, Sasha's epic on Halloween night, and 2, I need her to do a Willow dance because that was her character on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Ooh. Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my pick, and basically the only people that I actually cared about have been picked by now. So the rest of this will be scorched earth for me a little bit.
All right. Well, I'm just going to keep going down my list because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row, and I'm going to pick Ariana Madix and Pasha. Okay, she's a fake housewife. I get it. But
they never do well.
They don't, but I mean, at least this one never flipped the table over. Oh, Pasha had her too. I don't know. Pasha's just had bad luck. He's never had a good partner. I mean, it's not his fault that he got paired with Carol freaking Baskin.
The legend.
But no, Ariana's rehearsals have been okay. She was announced months before anybody else, so she's already gotten a lot of major pimpage. She's not a fake housewife? I don't know anything, but Vanderpump Rules, same thing. There's no difference.
I'll just say that nobody knows anything about any of these people, so it doesn't really matter.
No one really
We're
knows.
really scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
We really are. Adam, go.
I mean, this is where I'm just gonna pick people. I'm gonna go with Myra.
Mira.
I'm terrible at names. She won some awards. People seems talented.
Yeah. Although Gleb has kind of gone down on my list because he's had some not so nice things to say. I mean, he always has, but he mentioned recently that all of his partners that he's ever had on the show sucked. And I'm just thinking, if Jana Kramer and Shangela are watching this, like, oh, if Shangela's watching this, she probably ripped her wig off and went to go, like, punch him in the nuts or something. I don't know. Because that was not cool, Gleb. Or maybe he's just mad because he's never won. That's probably that's what I think it is. The highest he's ever been is 4th.
Who do you taking next, Grace?
I'm going to take a gamble here and pick the new pro. I'm going to pick Harry Jousey and Riley. I mean, I know, like, pick on the 18-year-old, but, like, both of them are been very active on socials, and they seem to be having a lot of fun together. Some people are shipping them, which I'm not going to go there. He's, like, 10 years older than her. I have no idea who he is, but he's Australian and he's beautiful, and women love that, so they might vote for him for that reason. Riley, I think, is not at a complete disadvantage being a new pro because she was on juniors and she has a sister who's been on the show for a long time. So, and all my other good picks have already been picked by me. So that's my fun. Adam, you got 2 more picks left.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this.
5 people left.
Oh boy.
We have left Tyson and Jenna, Barry and Peta, Matt and Coco, Mauricio and Emma, and Adrian and Britt.
Give me Mauricio. I'll take Mauricio.
Take him. Now, he was on The Real Housewives, although he just got divorced, so he doesn't have a wife anymore.
That's what I got. Over to you, Grace.
Yeah, Mauricio was second to last on my list. He's one of the older guys this season. And I'm going to pick Tyson and Jenna. I mean, models have a history of not doing well on this show, with the exception of Niall DeMarco, but he only won because he was deaf. But Tyson is apparently I looked at the press release and they said he's arguably the most recognizable male model and black male model in the world. I don't know much about the modeling industry, so maybe that's true. But I mean, he's one of the younger guys. He's pretty athletic.
Really, Matthew? Come on.
Hey, once you pick Judas, you just flush that draft down the toilet. All right.
We'll see.
All right, you got one more pick left. Is it going to be Barry, Matt, or Adrian?
Who even is Matt?
Matt Walsh.
You know,
he's Googling these people.
I'm not Googling them. I'm just debating. I don't. This is. Give me Matt.
So if he drops out, what are you going to do?
I don't know.
Because this was the thing. So Matt Walsh is part of one of the groups that's striking. And he has said he's going to take a pause from the show. Now, if there is an agreement reached by the end of today, which I hope there is, for other reasons besides this show, then he's in. But if there isn't and he doesn't dance on Tuesday night, I'm pretty sure they're going to force him to withdraw from the competition. So if he drops out, do you want to steal Barry or Adrian from Eric?
If he drops out, are they going to just have a non-elimination and just have 2.5 hour?
They usually just the withdrawal usually takes place of the elimination.
And a 2.5 hour show.
2.5 hours.
Jesus.
I know.
So you want to make that rule that if Matt drops out, I pick up Barry, or
do you want Barry or Adrian?
I think this is pretty obvious. I'm going to go with Barry.
All right. So if Matt drops out, then you get Barry, Greg Brady himself.
And if not, then both.
Player who allegedly has a lot of baggage. Can't believe there was a football player and none of us picked him. Although, I mean, I don't know the whole story about Adrian Peterson, but apparently he's gotten into some, like, I mean, he's an NFL running back. So he could actually be a good dancer, but he's got some not so great. He's had some legal issues in the past. And that kind of has turned people against him.
That was my list. For the record, if the coin flip had gone differently, I had
Adam,
Charity.
do you want to hold up the list a little bit bigger so I can make you full layout so people actually see it?
I mean,
he can take a picture of it and put it on the internet.
There you go.
So do all three of us just have really bad handwriting? No offense.
my handwriting is that is it that terrible?
My handwriting's terrible.
My handwriting is hard to classify as writing.
For the record, if the coin flip had gone the other way, this would have been probably wholly reversed, except for Jamie. Seriously.
Yeah, there's no way I was picking her. Yeah, that's
Charity would have been first. Sochi? I never knew how to really.
I'm just gonna let Alfonso and Julianne say it, and then when we get to the show this week, however, because I mean, although I don't know why I trust Alfonso, he kept calling Shangela Angela last season.
I mean, look, I think the winner is either going to be Charity, Sochtil, Lily, or Jason. One of those four. And I don't even think Jason. Maybe like if I take Jason out, like who's my fourth? Who would I even put in the fourth spot? Allison?
Maybe it'll depend on who dances well.
Oh, come on now, Grace. You're talking crazy talk.
I mean, say what you will, but last season we had the right four dancers in the final four based on the season. I mean, I probably could have called it. Actually, Shangela is the one that I probably would have missed because I didn't see Middle America getting behind a drag queen. But we had the right final four. Although that's like the first time in a few years that we've had the right final four. So maybe we just got lucky. But this is, I mean, I know I say this a lot. This is a really underwhelming season.
You
Very
think?
underwhelming cast. I know it hasn't. I know I say that and it hasn't even.
I picked Jamie Lee Spears second.
That's because you like to be funny.
Although I don't really.
Well, Matthew's on my team. Matthew, who do you think on my team is going to win?
Nobody.
I could see a top two of Charity, Sochi, or swap her with Jason.
They're all on my team.
Yeah. But you know what? In my defense, when we go into a season, there are often times where we've, picked people who are going to do really well and then they end up flopping,
Yeah, I know.
So you have like the immediate favorites, but
I know.
What number was oh my God, I forgot her name. Our last winner.
Charlie?
On your list. Charlie, where was she on your list?
She was pretty high on my list, but my naivete was not thinking how Disney Plus was the show being on Disney Plus was gonna change the voting. Because when the show was on ABC, the fan base was like people my mom's age. When it was on Disney Plus, the core fan base was people our age. And I think they're trying to go for our age, but they might want to stick to the older women demographic. I don't know.
On that note.
All right, so to recap.
Well, yeah,
team,
recap us.
Which doesn't have a name yet. I need to name my team. Is Charity and Artem, Sochi and Val, Jason and Daniela, Ariana and Pasha, Harry and Riley, and Tyson and Jenna. And Adam's team is Lele and Brandon, Judas, Lynn, and Alan,
Adam.
and Sasha, Mira and Gleb, Mauricio and Emma, and Matt and Coco, or if he drops out, then he gets Barry and Peta. And Eric gets Adrian and Britt, and possibly either Barry or Matt, depending on how Tuesday night goes.
Can I ask you a question? So you picked Charity, I picked Lily, you picked Sasha, and then I picked Jamie. If I had not picked Jamie and I had picked Jason, who would have been your next pick?
My next pick was Ariana. Jamie was 11th on my list.
Out of how many?
I should have picked Jason. You would have picked Ariana. Then I would have picked Jamie. Then would you have gone Allison?
Allison was 8th. I had Harry. My first 5 picks were my top 5. Tyson was 7th. Lele was 6th.
Dang. I
But,
should
I
have
mean-
picked Xochitl. Lele was 6, you said?
Yeah, for me.
Damn
Well,
it.
Brandon's never made it that far, and I don't know. Like, I was told to avoid her, and then I was told to pick her, and I don't know. I'm confused. But then you picked her, so I didn't have to worry about it. But I knew you were going to pick Judas, so have fun.
Am I that readable?
No, but this is our 4th season of Dancing with the Stars together, and I know that you've always picked the train wreck contestants, and I didn't think that was going to change.
I you know what? I'm here for the mess, you know?
Yeah, your first team was Team Hot Mess, and look where that got you.
Was that the team that won? Did I win with Team Hot Mess last season?
No, Team Hot Mess was my first season, and I had all 4 of the finalists.
Let's just not
All
go there.
right. So
What if I win with Lele and this is all for naught?
it wouldn't be impossible.
Eric, who do you think is who would have been your top 3 picks, and then who are your favorite team between the two of us?
I don't know any of these people. So
Wait, you don't know who Jason Mraz is?
I know I know a couple of people.
You've done me.
I was going to say, I think the only people that I knew were Jason, Allison, and Judas.
Don't worry for Eric.
Those
He won't
are
give
the
up.
3 that I knew as well. Great.
He won't give up, Eric.
Oh yeah, we're totally getting a waltz to that song at some point. But as long as the writers aren't working, we won't have press releases. But,
I'm just excited for Taylor Swift week.
Well, yeah, here's what I do know. As I said before, the show is moving to Tuesday night. If you turn on ABC at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, you will see a football game. And if you're into that kind of stuff, good for you. I personally am not. But they're showing Monday Night Football all season. The premiere is Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. It will be both on ABC and Disney Plus, so we don't get to hear Adam whining about no commercials this season like he did last season.
I did miss commercials. Just saying.
The only reason I missed commercials is like if I needed a snack or I needed to go to the bathroom or something, and I didn't want to miss the
Yeah,
show.
like it just never stops. You just have to sit there and just.
Anyway,
What are we doing?
So the premiere, there is no theme, but everyone will dance either a cha-cha, a foxtrot, a jive, a salsa, or a tango. I don't know what the music is, but I do know a few other themes. I'll remember that next time you're dying to pee during a TV show, Eric.
Seriously, like.
Although you can.
You want to get a snack? You want to?
It's called a pause button.
I used to just go get a snack when the judges were talking, or when the hosts were talking. Oh yeah, by the way, no Tyra. Alfonso will be the main host, and Julianne Hough will be the backstage host. Hopefully,
Julianne Hough has been like everything on the show.
She's been a pro. She's been a judge.
She's been everything.
I was pretty happy when I found out. Well, I was happy that Tyra was leaving, but the Huff siblings have hosted several Disney specials for ABC, so I figured that if they were gonna, I was even thinking even have Derek be a host too, and like on the Australian show, the two hosts, they flip back and forth between the skybox and the stage, which they've never done before. Like Tom Bergeron was always on the stage and the co-host was always in the skybox, which is what they did last season and probably what they're going to do this season. But I do have hope in Julianne being a good host, but we shall see. Upcoming themes, the only ones that I know so far, week 2 is Latin night, which they haven't done in a few years. They're just doing Latin dances to Latin music. Week 3 is Motown night, which I'm not initially thrilled about because I despise it on American Idol, but they did do it once on Dancing with the Stars. It was funny enough the year Gladys Knight was a contestant, and she actually got eliminated that week.
She does everything.
Yeah. The only other, nothing else is confirmed as of yet, but I'm going to tell you right now, the episode that's airing on Halloween will be Halloween night. That's pretty much a given. They haven't said anything about Disney night, but I'm almost willing to bet the entire draft at this point that we will have a Disney night. Because 1, there's one every season, and 2, this year's Disney's 100th anniversary, so they're not going to pass that up.
I'll just say for Halloween night, they should have the special guest, the ghost of actual celebrities who used to be on the show. I was trying to make
The ghosts of bad draft picks. It's going to be like the Tiger King lady.
No, that's not what I meant. I was trying to make a stupid joke, like, you know, like all the celebrities. The show doesn't have celebrities anymore. It's like the ghost of the show has. I don't know.
I thought you were thinking all of the celebrities who've been on the show who have since passed away, but
No, I was not. I was not thinking that. That would be tasteful.
although I don't know. Florence Henderson is one of them, and her TV son is on this season. And there's also been rumors of a Taylor Swift night, which I am not a Taylor Swift fan, but
that's got to be expensive. Can you just imagine?
I'll just say, I just have to point out for everyone that on our group thread earlier this summer, Grace legitimately was raising the possibility that Taylor Swift might be a contestant on the show, and let's go there. Let's go there because it was hysterical to me that anyone would think that literally the person who's like cities are paying her to come to them, like literally paying for, like, cities are bribing her like she's a corporation, to come and bless their town with her presence. There's no way she would do a show, and the caliber of contestants that we got this year is all the proof you need. There's no way anyone like her is doing this show.
Wishful thinking, Grace.
It wasn't even wishful thinking, but I mean, if the writers are going to come back, they need somebody to give us a history lesson on Taylor Swift, although they probably don't. But
they don't need to, because literally everybody knows who she is.
Well, last year they did an Elvis night, and Elvis is. If I say Elvis is a bigger legend in music than Taylor Swift is, people are going to rip me out, but it's true.
You would be correct.
History lesson on Elvis.
But right now in 2023, Taylor Swift is the biggest burst in music. But
I know.
Anywho.
But yeah, we're back. And we don't call it X, Adam.
Whatever.
We're not giving Elon Musk any satisfaction here.
It's just a thread that I think you guys would find funny. But yeah, that's what we've got for the draft. Final thoughts, guys?
I'm gonna win.
I don't care who wins, but as long
Eric is just here for the mess. He's here for like.
As long as it's not Jamie Lynn Spears, and as long as it's not whoever that football player is who's an abuser.
All right, I'm willing to make a bet with real money. I'm willing to bet you.
Oh no bets until you watch a Goofy movie. You've owed me that for 2 years.
$10 that Jamie Lynn Spears is in the top half of the season. Like she finishes like 7th and on.
Yeah,
she probably will be.
I can see it.
I can see it too.
So why were you mocking me for picking her second? When did I pick her? Third? I don't know.
But regardless,
you don't normally
mocking you because some people vote for her doesn't mean that she's a good person deserving of a spot on your team.
Look, I'm just here playing to win. That's I guess clearly not.
He's also not going to win. But anyway,
I'm hoping, though, since the finale is ending after Thanksgiving, that we'll get a holiday theme round during.
In my defense, who else was I supposed to pick? These people. Who are these? It's like the SpongeBob meme.
10 other people still on the board.
You picked not her. Only 2 that I wanted.
Yeah, Paige, I'm kind of with you on this one, Paige. I think she might be a good dancer, but I don't see her doing well in the votes. So that's why I'm thinking, like, the first time she's in the bottom 2, she'll be there with one of the terrible dancers and they'll keep her. But then, like, next time she's there, they might find it hard to justify keeping her.
We shall see. Grace, may the best man or woman win.
She will.
Bye, everybody.
This will be a battle we will closely follow in the weeks to come.
Yes.
Follow us all in
Reality Hour is back, guys.
That's my name on Threads because Eric doesn't want us promoting the former bird site anymore. I barely use it, but maybe I'll be more active.
Everyone,
But otherwise, you can find me
It's a
inside
really
the
sad
Twitch.
situation where I'm like saying, everyone go to the Mark Zuckerberg website. It's less morally problematic.
This is where we're at.
This is where we're at. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. Here's to a good season.